Although Vanguards typically get lumped into the tank category, you probably realize that the way you play one character doesn't always work for others. In this video, I will go over the Vanguard role and how to make sure you're playing it correctly. In part 5 of this guide, I covered the combat triangle that goes over dive, poke, and brawl characters. If you haven't seen it, go check it out so that this video makes more sense. Something to keep in mind is that the 3 sides of the triangle don't define playstyle, they're more of just a way to categorize stats or strengths. So now that you understand the basics of the combat triangle, the next thing to understand is how it should affect your playstyle as a Vanguard, so let's get into it. By the way, I drop daily videos with guides and other content, so drop a like and follow if you like this video. With some of the best mobility, Dive Vanguard should prioritize distracting the backline as much as possible. Although your survivability isn't bad, take advantage of your high mobility to get deep in enemy territory and make the enemy have to turn around and focus on you rather than supporting the front line. Once you feel like your health isn't critical, get back, get healed, and once cooldowns reset, jump back in. Although you can get some eliminations, your main benefit to the team is that the enemy backline can't focus on their front line because you're constantly in their face. Brawl Vanguard should focus on getting up close and using their abilities to survive while dealing as much damage as possible. They have abilities that encourage long-term combat survivability through constant shields and short mobility boosts to retreat as needed, so you should rarely be jumping out of a fight other than to get quick heals. You can attack the front or back line depending on the situation and character, but remember that your main strength isn't mobility, so use it as a tool to help you survive longer rather than to escape when in critical health. And lastly, poke Vanguards are the DPS of tanks. That doesn't mean that you just sit in the back and deal damage, it means that your main priority should be to deal burst damage and get as many final hits as possible, whether that's up close or from far away. I got several comments saying that Strange and Groot should be brawlers, and although I think they're hybrids, their main strength isn't that they can survive in the middle of battles for long periods of time, it's that they can deal a lot of burst damage and take squishy characters out quickly. Their long cooldowns and limited mobility punish extended battles, so focus on getting eliminations and then retreating to let your shields or walls recover before going back in.